Hello everyone, Lynette here with the Skin Candy. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Today we are not going to be making soap. Today I am actually just going to be doing a bunch of soap cutting. So this past weekend I was part of an event for a grand opening for a new location, a new store in this town, one town over from me. And I am a vendor there, so they asked the vendors to come. And one of the things they asked me to do was to do a soap making demonstration. So I had 4 hours to do this, which means I could make a lot of soap, and I did. So I thought what I would do, since I couldn't video there was just too much going on, too many people, too much noise, and setting up the camera would have been really difficult and kind of awkward, that I just made all the soap, and then I figured I'll just do this all as like a soap cutting video, because to be honest, the soap cutting is my favorite part anyway. So well, I'm going to run down what I did, what soaps we made, and then we'll get to cutting. So this one right here, as you can tell, looks horrendous. This was a boo-boo. This was the first one I did. I called it my nerves soap. I was so nervous to be demonstrating in front of people. I've never done that before. And I accidentally grabbed the wrong fragrance oil. This was supposed to be a lavender essential oil soap. And when I grabbed my lavender, I actually grabbed a lavender fragrance oil, which it was a lavender fragrance oil that I got from AFI, American Fragrance Institute or something like that. And it seizes in cold processed soap, as you can tell here. So it not only seized, it riced. So it's a horrible, horrible soap, and horrible fragrance oil. It's a beautiful smell. I use it in my body butters. I use it in my some of my shower steamers. I use it in my bath bombs, but I don't use it in soap, because obviously, so this is what happened. I was like, this was not my finest hour to show people the very first thing to do. So, but I'm still going to cut this, see if I can salvage it. I'm not sure. The second one right here was lavender and chamomile. I have never made this soap before. I've never used the fragrance oil that I had, but I've seen it used several times. And so very nervously, I made this batch. So this was lavender and chamomile. And then this right here was, which one was this? Oh, this was our sweet raspberry vanilla, which actually uses black raspberry vanilla fragrance oil. So I have been changing the names of anything, any of my soaps that has a name that Bath & Body Works uses, because I was doing some research and come to find out they must have gazillions of dollars and absolutely more time on their hands than I do, because every one of their fragrances is trademarked. Every one of their fragrance names is trademarked. So any of you out there who are soap makers, especially in the US, I don't know about out of the United States, but anybody in the US, if you are using the name Black Raspberry Vanilla or Mahogany Coconut or any of a name that is a Bath & Body Works dupe, you want to look into changing it, because I know that there are a lot of companies out there that are kind of going on the rampage when it comes to their trademarked or copyrighted whatever names. I'm not even sure. I think it's trademarked, not copyrighted. So I've changed this, since I've changed this to Sweet Raspberry Vanilla. And I'll tell you what, it actually sells better now as Sweet Raspberry Vanilla than it ever did as Black Raspberry Vanilla. Weird, huh? So, and then these three right here, this was my big batch. This is our latest soap that we're adding to our core line. And excuse me, this is a fragrance oil called Southern Gentleman. And this fragrance is kind of hard to find. There's only a couple places out there that sell it. And how I came across this fragrance oil was in a YouTube video. If any of you guys are avid soap watchers, you probably have seen Tammy with Walnut Creek Bath Boutique. And she had this fragrance that she got from a place called Micah's and More. Micah's and More, yeah. And she said how much she loved it. It was her best seller. I've been trying to find one to kind of go on my core line. And this, I got it and made it, and it's amazing. So thank you, Tammy, from Walnut Creek Bath Boutique and Micah's and More. I think I've only found it, let's see, Micah's and More, and there might have been one other place online, but I can't remember now. But it was pretty pricey with the one there. Micah's and More was a little bit cheaper. So I did, I used Aphrodite blue and satin gray pillowcase and did the majority blue with gray. And I ended up doing 3 different tops. So I did an infinity swirl on one. I did a feather swirl on the second one. And then I just did kind of little swirly swirls on the third one. So we're going to be cutting these today. I'm going to get these out of the way so I have room so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're still on the side counter. We just got done making a gazillion, I swear, candles and wax melts for an event. And so now we've got all those made. I can get back over to my side counter, which will be awesome because this just doesn't, I feel like this just doesn't do the justice when I'm sideways. And maybe for you guys it is. I wanted to let you know I do read your comments. I haven't had a chance to respond to all the comments from the last video that I posted, which was on the, was it oatmeal milk and honey, I think it was. And a lot of you responded, thank you so much. It made me feel a lot better when you guys stated that you don't like botanicals either. That makes me feel a lot better because I see all these soapers that put botanicals on their stuff. They put it in their body butters and they put it on their soaps, and I just don't like it. I don't like it in my drain. I don't want to scoop it out. I don't want to have to deal with that mess. And also, especially oatmeal. Ugh. I do not like oatmeal on my skin. I tried to do it. I tried some of a soap from a local lady here in Utah. She's in the other county, and she's very well known in the area. And she has a soap where she actually puts whole oatmeal in the soap. But I can't remember if I put that in the video or not. And I was using it, and it was so slimy. It literally, I was gagging in the shower because it was just so gross. I do not like slimy things, and that was, ugh. So this soap, with my gloves on, I can't tell. It came out really clean, but it feels a little tacky. One thing I did not put in this when I was making it, and because I forgot, and I couldn't run home and grab it, was I didn't put any sodium lactate in here. And sodium lactate helps really well with the hardening of soap bars, especially in silicone molds. This was made on Saturday, and today is Monday. So, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not as, ooh, it's still quite soft. So, I did put a little tiny bit of extra water in these because my first batch accelerated so badly. I was worried that it was something to do with my soaps. And I was doing the heat transfer method, where you add the hot oils or hot lye to your hard oils and butter, and then you melt that down, and then you add your liquid oils. And I added that, and this one right here, which I'll do a video where I'll show you when I make it. But this one right here actually didn't accelerate trace horribly. Sorry, I'm getting a couple trays. It didn't accelerate trace horribly, but it did accelerate very slightly. So by the time I poured it, it was about a medium trace, medium to thick trace, which you can see from the swirls there, how nice they turned out. So I'm not complaining about that at all, especially with having to do 2 batches, or 3, sorry, doing 3 loaves. But the event that I went to was absolutely amazing. The owners and the place that I went to is a little tiny, it's like a corn maze, kind of one of those places that they're usually open in the fall. And they opened up this event center, cafe, little country store called Oliver's Place. And it has a store in it where they are actually, everything that they sell in there is from local vendors, local farmers. And I got the spot as their soap vendor. So I was really excited about that. I had my soaps and candles and lotions in there. Very popular. And I'm really excited to be a part of that with them. So they have an event center there. They have a little cafe. And then they have this store. And then they've got, of course, I want to say it's called Hee Haws. No, it's not Hee Haws. Corn Bellies? No, Hee Haws. It is Hee Haws. And so if any of you guys are local that you watch me and you see Hee Haws in Pleasant Grove, you guys need to go there because now they have this cute cafe and it's made out of 2 silos. They've taken 2 silos and put them together. And then the event center's in the middle of that. So cute. So cute. So they had a really nice turnout. They had one of the local news stations there. They had one of our radio stations. They came and were announcing there all afternoon. My shift, what I had to do was from, when I was there, it was from 10 to 2. And then they had other people coming in. So they had like all of their vendors. Every person that sold something there. Ooh, look at that. Look at the swirls on that. So this Perfect Man, or not Perfect Man, Southern Gentleman, I might be changing the name of that. I might be changing it to match my men's line that I'm coming out with. And when I do, then I will announce that name. But right now we're calling it Southern Gentleman. But this won't be ready for another 4 to 6 weeks. I did use a full water on these. So it is going to take a while for them to get cured than my regular recipe. So I am going to stop talking and just let you guys enjoy the rest of the soap cutting. So without further ado, let's get soap cutting. Okay, everybody, that's it. That was the soap. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And we will be back next week with a regular soap making video. Until then, take care, and we will see you later. Bye.